Okay, welcome everyone. So now we are going to look at respiratory system physiology. Respiratory system is involved in two types of breathing, like expiration when we exhale air out of the body. Then another one is inspiration when we inhale air inside our body. That is known as respiratory phases. There are two phases. The main important muscles involved in these phases is diaphragm. Now as you can see, in exhalation, expiration, diaphragm has different movement, while during inspiration diaphragm has different movement. So we will be discussing that in upcoming slides. Now here we can see there is breathing in inspiration and expiration. In inspiration, diaphragm moves downward, it contracts. In expiration, diaphragm moves upward. So in this way, and there is also chest valve expansion in expiration. Inspiration, when air goes inside lungs, chest cavity goes outward. That is expansion of chest movement. When we inhale air inside, chest cavity moves outward. When we exhale air, we uh, get air out of the body, chest cavity moves backward and the diaphragm moves upward. In this way, these movements of uh, body or reps contribute to the respiration. This is the mechanism. Now what happens, diaphragm has downward movement while sorry, downward movement while inspiration, and the chest cavity has outward movement. While in expiration, diaphragm moves upward and chest cavity goes inward. It results into the movement of ribs, leads to the change in intrapleural and intrathoracic pressure. Okay, so another one is compliance. What is the meaning of compliance? Compliance means stretchability, how much chest cavity is stretching. Like we stretch the rubber, that is known as compliance in the term of medicine. In the term of pulmonary physiology, this tensibility of lungs, change in volume of lungs produced due to pressure of inspiration and expiration, that is known as compliance. How compliance contributes to the respiration? It helps in chest valve wall movement. When chest valve movement, it results into compliance. There are elastic structures like diaphragm, external intercostal spaces and muscles, cartilages contribute to this compliance movement. Alveoli has also compliance due to surfactant. So pulmonary compliance is ratio between change in volume and change in distending pressure, that is known as transmural pressure, that is known as compliance. Okay. Compliance is the extent to which lung is going to expand and change in transpulmonary pressure. Okay, so now here is the structure of alveoli. In low lung volume, surface tension directly inverts because of water particles involved. And okay, so this is another thing. This one is important. Like there is surfactant. What is the role of surfactant? How it helps in change in gases exchange? As you can see, these are alveoli. These are surrounded by compliant organ material that we called diphosphatidylcholine, palmitoyl phosphatidylcholine, DPPC. It helps in compliance, surfactant, and surfactant help in movement of alveoli. They prevent collapse of alveoli, and when there is deficiency of surfactant, it will result into atelectasis, pulmonary congestion, and many other things. Okay, so now pathologically, there are two diseases that are correlating. One is asthma. What is the meaning of asthma? It is intermittent airflow obstruction. Improvement in airway obstruction with bronchodilators and steroids can help. It is mostly body's own immune mediated response, and there are inflammatory mediators, and airway remodeling is there. While in COPD, there is worsening airflow obstruction leads to the obstruction, less reversibility, and inflammation with neutrophil macrophages and mast cells is there frequently found this COPD. Now, in asthma, there is cough, wheezing, shortness of breath, chest tightness, and airway hyperresponsiveness. There is whistling sound. In COPD, there is cough, wheezing, shortness of breath, chest tightness, fatigue. Mucous membrane is also changed. That is mostly result of respiratory infection. COPD respiratory infection are there like pneumonia, flu, and here asthma is more commonly allergen. Asthma allergen जे करे थींदी आहे, COPD infection जे करे थींदी आहे. But disease जेके हिक ॿिए patient will have wheezing like CT, coughing, shortness of breath, and these things happen.